Know that many people who got flu viruses or the coronavirus are infected, but they have no symptoms, or just a smooth course of disease. But what can you do if you get really sick? When you have a dry cough, a sore throat and fever, and breathing is becoming increasingly difficult, for this we provide you with 2 hypnoses. The first MP3 file, What to Do If You Are Sick, is aimed at those who have mild or moderate symptoms. The second MP3 file, What to Do If Breathing is a Big Challenge, is aimed at those who may need to be looked after in the intensive care unit. So that you understand what you hear, here's some background information. They are designed to help you imagine what is going on in your lungs and why breathing is becoming increasingly difficult. The information is also intended to help you understand what you hear. So let's get started. Here you can see an alveole that is massively magnified. It represents one of around 500 million alveoli in your lungs. And down here's a blood vessel, and the gas exchange takes place here. On the inside of the alveoli, you will find special cells, the alveolar cells type 2. In the MP3 file, they are called simply lung cells. They produce a greasy slime, and it's called surfactant. And they also clean it and replace it when it's old and dirty. This surfactant has a very important job. It supports your alveoli from the inside so that they do not collapse when you exhale, and you could then no longer inhale. When you inhale, fresh oxygen enters your lungs. Then it flows through the wall of the alveoli and the blood vessels into the blood, where red blood cells load it and transport it to all the other cells in your body. Of course, you don't inhale only oxygen, you also breathe in viruses. That's where the surfactant has a second job. It is a protective layer. Substances such as soot and so on stick in the surfactant. Viruses too stick here until the lung cells and the hunter cells of your immune system have found and eliminated them. Healthy lungs and healthy surfactant are supple and elastic, so that the viruses are normally exhaled before they nest in the lungs. But when lungs are poorly trained or are loaded with another illness, they lose elasticity and resilience. Unfortunately, this is also the case for the surfactant, and the viruses can overcome this first barrier quite easily. It gets particularly problematic when, as shown here in the animation, the viruses settle down between the alveoli and the blood vessels and trigger an inflammation. The stronger the inflammation, the bigger the distance between the alveoli and the blood vessels. And the lung cells also produce more surfactant in response to the inflammation. This makes it increasingly difficult for oxygen to get into the blood, and breathing is becoming increasingly difficult as well. Pneumonia can even go so far as to get out of control. Then your immune system cells will even attack healthy cells and destroy them. This is exactly where we want to support you, that you help your immune system, that it doesn't get that far at all, or that you can help your body when you're suffering already from a severe pneumonia. So, download the corresponding MP3 file and get started. I wish you lots of success on your way back to health and safety in your body.